Hail and well met, fellow adventurers. Hello. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Rainbows and Razor Blades Productions. Chaos is, in fact, raining outside in the window. The window is open. It's coming inside. It's mass hysteria. I'm your maestro of mayhem. It's me, Chad. Hey, you know, sidebar, some names carry a more weight, like, "Hey, I'm Chad." Like, that doesn't sound as cool as something else. Like,
There's reasons
okay,
I
you know
go
what?
by
I can't think
Kirill
of
all
any.
over the internet.
Yeah. You know what? I can't think of any cool names, that would do that except for the names of my friends, which they will tell you in an order, starting to my right, your left, perhaps. Now it's all the rights because of how the internet works, Allison.
Hi, I'm Allison. You can find me on Twitter at It's a Feral, and I'm here tonight.
And Michael, he will share his name with you.
I've dealt with the Fae before. I ain't giving shit away. Fuck that noise. I ain't putting
Please,
that on the internet.
please tell us your true name followed by your true social security number.
My true name is Alfred P. Hitchcock, and my true social security number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Also, that's one fake identity, but the other fake identity I like to go to is hi, my name is Michael. You can find me on the internets, perhaps on the tweeters at Valkyrie Bait. And I'm just excited to be here tonight.
As
Interesting.
Henri, not
As a what?
Offrey. As Henri, not Offrey.
Well, is Henri, he's Offrey, he's Leftry, he's right hot Offrey, he's Hotry, and he's Coldry.
I was
Someone
waiting
save
for
us.
it. I was waiting
Oh,
for
Ashley, hello.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley. My parents named me Ashley because it was an unusual name and no one was named that. Hi. And I'm Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter. And I know, right?
I
Good
think they
job.
lied to you.
Well, it was unusual when I was named it old. Anyway, so I am playing for you tonight. Key Day, the Fire Genasi Paladin, level 2.
That's true. You could have been named the unusual name from our era, Sarah.
Yeah.
I had a class in grade school where there were like 8 different Sarahs.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of
Yeah, a
Sarahs.
lot of
There's
Sarahs.
so many Jennifers, so
Yep.
many Kristens, and variation of Kristen, Catherine. Yeah,
Before we get to
ridiculous.
Christina.
Kristen, I just want to follow that up with I growing up in the South, I went to school with Leons and Mary Catherines.
Oh, we didn't have
Leon.
any
So
of
we didn't have
those.
that problem.
Leon?
We should have
Leon.
traded you some.
His last name was Ramsour. Leon, if you're out there, you're great. Man's name was French as
Weird.
hell.
Fair enough. Speaking of Kristens, we have our own. She's right here.
Hi, I'm Kristen. I was almost named Danielle, but my dad said no because then people would call me Danny and that's a boy's name. So they call me Chris instead.
That didn't work out the way he thought it would work out.
No. But anyways, tonight I'm playing Astray, your friendly local emotional support undead.
Nice. I think if my name was Daniel, I would just call myself Niles.
Is that
The
what
end of
Daniel's
it's I'm
short for?
shortening it to the end of the word. Maybe that doesn't work. You know what? Leave me alone.
Nell?
But I
No?
can't. You're running the
Neil?
D&D
Maybe?
game.
Okay, you know what? That doesn't work. Never mind.
You're
Forget it.
not good at
Strike that.
spelling.
Cat, strike that from the record. Can we edit that out in post? Shit, we're live. Uh, wow. Anyway, hello everyone. Who's here right now? Oh, Nightbot. Nice to see you.
We love Nightbot.
Alice Yidra.
Yeah, every
I
single one of those is a bot. I've looked at all of them that come in often, and They literally just post other people's stuff, but that's it.
Well, when the robot uprising happens, at least we'll be looked upon favorably for not banning them.
That's right.
Commander
I
Brute is
haven't
a
been.
real person, and he just will lurk in random channels when they go live. So
Yeah. Because it turns out you can just have a window open of Twitch on any channel, and then another window open of Twitch on any channel. You can just watch all the channels. I wonder how many. Anyway, hey, we're here to play at the Threshold, the game of D&D that we play right here on Thursday nights, based on City of Arches by Sly Flourish, featuring the theme music by Lost Fellow called Chains of the Past. It's great. I hope you liked it. Thanks for letting us use it, Lost Fellow. Anyway, let us get into our session. As usual, fail to remember everything that happened in the previous session. So
I stole egg number 3.
You know what I like to do at a time like that when I'm not going to admit out loud that I don't remember what happened like you just did? I like to ask the party what they remember about last session so they can kind of fill each other in.
I mean
I
that's
I'd
a
love to
way.
know.
Um yep. The
I am
party
going with that. It's happening.
the
Uh,
party visited the Temple of the Three Sisters, the Three Goddesses. It's called many things. They visited it. They met with Sister Penelope after a weird interaction that uh Astray had, because she was like, "Yeah, I'm totally gonna read this text out loud on Kide's body in a holy place." There
What
was
happened?
a giant burning eye. Um, and then
we've all
somebody
been
said,
there.
"Not today, Sultan."
Yeah, when you accidentally
Um,
read the tattoos of your friends and summon a giant floating eye that looks at you and then you panic and drop it. Yeah, that happened to all of us, right?
yeah,
With enough
yeah,
absinthe.
yeah. You go to those tattoo parlors, like down an alley, you paid like $20. It all seems real fishy. You're pretty sure he's drunk. I don't know.
Or a
Uh,
magician.
yeah, or a magician.
Why
He's
Or
not
a
putting
both?
wizard.
spells on random people, like find you later, buddy.
That sounds like an awesome way to start a
That's a
game.
that's a hook. That was an adventure hook right there. That one's free to
Hmm.
you watching this out there
Hmm.
either now or later.
Um, so yeah, they met with Sister Penelope. They asked her some questions about things that they've got going on. They got some answers, kind of, probably. She identified some items. She definitely was like, "Oh yeah, that sword. Yeah, it's kind of cursed because the person who made it is probably a control freak and wants to check in on whoever is using it." She then, at the behest of Kide, removed curse, which disattuned it from Kide. And she was hesitant. She's like, I mean, this is a real benefit. It's a pretty badass sword, but this other stuff is not good. Um, and then there was a little interruption because there was another one. A person had come in. It turns out that had been stricken with a kind of madness, um, and he was like kind of talking nonsense and screaming and thrashing about, and they all cast some spell on him, and the guy calmed down, and of course, rightly so. The party was like, "What the fuck's up with that?" And they were told, "Oh yeah, well, there's this people keep hearing this bell and then they go crazy. They talk to this guy's daughter, who was there with him, and she didn't really want to talk to them because she's from the lower reaches, and they're like, you know, mm, not forthcoming with stuff. Uh, but they were convincing, and she's like, "Yeah, he works in the cistern. Go down there, check it out. That'd be cool, or whatever." They went and talked to their friend, their pal, Chance. He's like, "Oh yeah, go to this lady whose name is
Adele.
Halfling.
Adele Rosethorn,
That girl is
who
on fire.
runs the Lost Arch Curios, uh, which they of course went to, and they were like, "Oh, there's some cool stuff in here." Like they found some 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 amateur concert paintings for the Archway Acapella group.
Coming back for that shit.
Yep. A very nice scimitar and some chicken eggs.
Which I stole
And
one.
you stole a chicken egg. They got a rough map, I believe,
Yeah.
and they headed further into the lower reaches, making their way to the cistern.
Just a question. Like,
Yeah.
what did you do with that chicken egg?
I put it in one of my pouches in my little drapey part of my clothes.
Please tell me you're gonna try to hatch a chicken egg.
I am.
Okay.
Joke's on
I'm like, you
her.
can't eat.
That's not a chicken.
It-
It's a cockatrice.
I actually have something that I was gonna do when we walked out of the shop.
So, what is that thing?
As we walk out of the shop, Astray kind of looks around and makes sure nobody's too close and leans over to Kide and says, "Have an egg. Could you help me warm up some rags or something so that it can stay warm and maybe it'll hatch?"
Henri's head just slowly swivels over to stare.
Yeah, okay.
It's an egg.
Yeah, okay.
Kide snaps her fingers and she casts produce flame, and you see flame, like a little ball of flame erupt in her hand, and it just stays there.
I get just a little bit of some rags that I always have on me and I hold it close so that they heat up and then I wrap them around the egg and then put it back in my
And I just snap my fingers and it goes away.
It's a very good trick. I am not going to ask any more about that till we're done with this thing.
I mean,
Okay.
it is weird, but who doesn't have issues?
I wrote
The
down in
map
my
says
notes,
we go this
egg
way.
hatching plan. Egg hatching plan.
Am I with you guys out of curiosity?
Yes.
Yes.
You've just watched us heat some rags and wrap them around an egg that we magically have.
And the druid is watching.
I just picture you guys are fucking crazy. I love it. I just picture Selma being like, "You fuckers know I could turn into a chicken, right? Like we could knock this out."
I mean, but for how long do you want to stay as a chicken?
Again,
You don't
we
even
all have
know.
Oh.
Actually, Selma might kind of float down and be like, "Can I see the egg real quick?"
She takes it back out of her pocket and just like pulls back one of the rags so Selma can see the top of it without.
And is the sun out still? Are we outside in the sun? Can we see?
We are down in the lower
So,
reaches.
ground.
yeah, so you are
Okay.
in the lower reaches, which is, yeah, it's like a covered
That's fine.
undercity.
Way mall.
That's fine. I will hold my lantern up and put the egg next to it to see if I can candle the egg
Oh, you gotta
really
candle
quickly
the egg.
Life
and
force.
see if it's even got anything in there. Like, is it like is there an actual creature in it, or is it just a fucking egg?
All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I have a table for this. Things that come out of an egg.
There's got to be a table.
There's always a table.
It's true.
Sometimes you want to flip the table.
Let's see.
Imagine Selma spending all her spare time as a chicken now.
Here we
What's your
go.
downtime activity, Selma? Chicken stuff.
I already
So
live in a
let's-
tree.
Let's do this since.
I mean, I wouldn't
let's-
know what it is based on candling it. I don't think. But if I just to be able to see if there is a creature in it.
Yep. So let's do this. Since Astray is the one who pilfered it, why don't you, to start with, go ahead and roll me a d20 to see how ridiculous of a table I'm going to roll on.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Either very good or very bad.
Fantastic. Now, please roll a percentile dice or a D100.
30.
30. I don't know what the fuck that is. Roll again, please.
It requires research. It's too much work. I'm not
Correct.
It
doing
is.
that.
19.
19. That's got to be better. I think that's a. Oh, sweet. Okay. Yep. There is a. There is a small non-bird animal fetally,
Yeah,
as it
it's-
were,
Okay.
but
yeah.
it is not a bird. There are 4 limbs that you can see.
Okay, I'll kind of be like, here,
I
look,
guess birds
and
have
I'll
4
I'll
limbs.
point out where it looks like a. It's not a bird. Might be a lizard or something.
Yeah, it's real weird
Okay,
looking.
though.
Or-
Yeah, and
Did
I'll
an
pass.
ultrasound on an egg magically.
That's how you do though. And that's how you check an egg, and yeah, she'll hand it back and be like, "Yeah, you got something in there. I don't know what it is, but it's not a bird. It's definitely not a bird."
As long as it doesn't break out of there and like try to burrow into one of our heads, I'm fine with it.
I am full of concern.
Should be.
So now that she knows there's definitely something alive in it, she grabs a couple more rags, makes sure it's all nice and bundled up, and so if it hopefully doesn't get hit and break.
Anyway, map says we go this way. Let's
This
go
way.
that
Let's go.
way.
Yeah,
And we follow the map.
Yeah, you make your way
Making our way.
through these kind of covered, underground streets and alleys. She had pointed out on the map certain areas that were like, you probably don't want to go here because they're known to be the territory of, certain gangs, perhaps, or groups of people who might not take kindly to your meandering and or places where it is dangerous for
We
you to
don't
be.
like your kind around here.
So why don't you give me a who has the map?
Currently,
Uh,
Henri has the map.
I thought Astray took it from you because she was going to try and make a finer copy of it with her cartographer's tools.
Well, I took a copy back to get the narrative moving, so you can have it back if you want it.
All
Your
right,
call.
well, whoever has it, just roll a survival roll for me. Or I guess if you have cartographer's tools, just go ahead and roll
Kristen, which
that.
of us is doing this? Is it you or me?
Somebody roll. Somebody roll.
I'm
I
rolling.
mean, I've got a +2 to my survival. Otherwise, I've got a +2 to cartographer's.
I have +2 to survival and rolled a 15 for a total of 17.
There we
All
go.
right. Yeah,
Holy shit, he can read a map.
Yeah, you have no trouble kind of following this map. And there's probably a little bit too, Henri, of you have worked as a auxiliary kind of night watchman in town, and so you kind of know certain things to look out for, usually in a different aspect to what you're doing right now. Usually you're like, I'm looking for these things, and I'm gonna go over there and get in their business. Now you're maybe trying to stay out of business, but you know to look for these things, and so you are able to make your way
Make my way.
through the streets and alleys without problem. And it's not deserted like this image in the VTT. Obviously, there's people around and whatnot, but it kind of looks like that. It's dark covered. There's some lights here and there, some burning magical flames, some not magical flames, things like that.
There's
think
a light.
one, we're not allowed to do that. We'll get sued. That may not be true, but I'm saying it anyway to nip it in the bud. 2, what light sources do we have? I've got a hooded lantern going.
I have my lantern. I also have, I believe. Oh nope, I don't. I could maybe druid craft us a little bit of light.
Oh no, I'm just asking for my own to know,
Oh,
like, our
Well,
is
I have dark vision and I kind of stand out a little bit. It's hard for me to hide.
I have a
The
hooded
glowy
lantern, but I don't
eyes.
currently have it out.
my lantern sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius.
okay. So yeah, we're using Henri's light. Got it. So Henri's
right.
like holding his quarterstaff with a hooded lantern in one hand and like reading a map in another, occasionally adjusting his like helm.
Fantastic. You follow the map through the streets. You make it to an area. You kind of find a where the X on the map is a kind of a old but extremely nicer than a lot of the places that you've been around. Kind of this marble, not capital A archway, but lowercase a archway, so as to differentiate them from the archways that are in the city. But
Non-magical
this
archways.
non-magical
Well,
archways,
he
yes,
didn't say non-magical. It could be trapped.
that's true. It could be
Monday.
trapped. But you follow it to this kind of marble facaded like archway, uh done in a way maybe you've seen some buildings around the city that are maybe kind of official-ish buildings, and they kind of have a similar architecture style to like this, I guess, facade, this archway, and reset in, it's like one of those like old style medieval things where it's like an archway and then there's like a smaller archway, so it's like a you you've seen it,
I'm
you've been
following
there.
you architecturally. Yes.
Yeah, and then there's a door, and a sign next to the door that says cisterns.
Astray, would you like to see if it's? Well, I hope it's not trapped. I don't know. I feel like we should be paranoid.
I can take a look. Yeah. Much better. That is a total of 21 for investigation.
21. Yeah. You know what? It's not trapped.
It's safe. You can go in, open it, whatever.
And Henri reaches over and undoes the latch and just tries to push the door open.
Thunk. Just
Like
no, that was just a door. That wasn't a trap sound. No. Yeah, the door the door opens. Um it's not locked. It opens, and inside you see a short hallway, and you how do you describe the difference? There's like a humidity difference, I think would be the correct terminology, that you feel. You smell water, um
the moisture.
and down the hall you kind of are you see the reflecty water bits like waving on like a ceiling corner up ahead, and you follow this hallway, and there's a couple of doors that lead off of this hall, um, wood, um, most of them newer, like the door that you just came through. They're not like ancient doors. They're kind of newer refurbs. I can't even talk. But they're
Well,
newer
someone's
doors.
remodeled in here. It's very
Yeah.
nice.
And yeah,
Continue down the hallway.
okay. Yeah, you follow the hallway down. It's maybe 40 feet. There's like three doors, one on one side, two on the other side. And there's not another door. It just kind of opens up into a room that looks very much like this on the VTT. There is a kind of vaulted, uh, pillared room, with uh, water in it, marble. There are a couple of different magical light sources around, a walkway around the outside, and yeah, and it's a fairly large room. It's probably, you know uh 50 to 70 feet on a side, squarish. You can see a couple of different, like the tops of, like some brass or bronze, whatever appropriate ancient style metal would have been appropriate for water use. Copper, copper. They're copper. Yep, that's it. Copper pipes. Um, and there's like castings, at the end of the pipes that look like cool monsters, like gargoyle type stuff. As they kind of spew different water from various places into this room. Uh, and I would
And
like each of you. First, let me ask you this question. At some point, you had said, "Hey, I'm going to put wax in my ear holes." Some of you have received cotton as well. Um, Show of hands, who has things in their ear holes?
We're protecting ourselves from the bells.
All right, I like. some someone's like, "Yeah, me? Yeah, that
Sounds like
sounds
something I would.
legit."
Sounds like something
Yeah.
I would do.
Henri, no.
not at the moment, no.
Okay, all right. So here's what I would like everyone to do. I would like everyone to make a hang on, let me double check my note here.
Yes, a whiz.
Probably wisdom.
I don't think we should pee here.
No
I
water
love
sports, please.
wisdom saves. Actually, you know what? I tell you what. Everybody but Henri automatically succeeds right now. Henri, please make a advantage wisdom saving throw.
I appreciate that advantage. I am going to note at this point that I have advantage on all wisdom saving throws already, just in case.
Double advantage.
Fair enough.
I rolled a 17 total, which is to say I rolled a
Okay.
17 and add nothing.
You as you have kind of your group has kind of stepped into the room, into this cistern, and you know you can hear the lapping of water, that kind of bloop bloop noise, you know, that water the noise that water
The
makes.
drip.
Dripping.
The drips and like the lapping of waves, because for some reason this water moves a little bit as you
Well,
do.
it's a cistern. We're in a sewer.
Yeah.
We're in a sewer.
There's
This
water
is a
coming in and
nice-
out.
It's not a sewer. This is a cistern.
This is the
for-
clean water.
for
This is-
usable
yeah.
water.
Water infiltration system.
This is
Yeah.
the water in, not the water out.
So medieval cities in places like Arabia would keep nice water. And Italy, they did it in Italy, I think, too.
Eventually, it
Turkey.
caught on all over Europe. To be fair,
I think this image is from Turkey, actually. Anyway, that's besides the point. You hear these things, but you, of course, also hear the faint, distant sounds of an ominous bell toll. Bong,
so
bong.
Henri just stops, cocks his head. I was about to say something about if you hear something, let us know, because we have a bad habit of hearing things and not saying things to each other. But I
What?
just heard a bell. Did anyone else hear a bell?
I feel like even with earplugs in,
think I
we
can read your
probably
No.
we probably heard
Yeah,
at least like a
you-
distant.
A muffled,
you
yeah.
you
Or
all
felt
heard
in our
it.
chest.
Yeah, it's a it not only is it more so for Henri, obviously you heard it better than they did, but still it's faint. But there is a there's a, like, have you ever been in a church with a big bell tower, and when it goes off and it's like you can fucking feel it in your body? It's like that, even though it's faint. There's like a weight. I keep using this. There's a weight to it, but I'm gonna stick with it.
It
There's
works.
a weight to the tone of this bell that it feels like it's trying to infiltrate you, but it doesn't. So that's nice.
Henri, in fact, now pulls out his cotton balls and puts them in his ear like everybody else.
Yeah.
Could Henri tell which direction anything might have come from, or just distantly further somewhere?
Give me a let's call it a perception roll, please.
That
Can
is a
I-
natural 20,
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh,
which will bring me to a total of 22.
yeah. Yeah, it's difficult to kind of pinpoint, for it would be, had you not been so powerful in the ear category.
Like elf ears, except much smaller and more compact.
Yep. Yeah. It's yeah, it's a compressed stream. Due to the kind of nature of the space and the archways, the acoustics in here are a little wonky. But you cut right through the bullshit of the auditory spectrum, and you're like, yes, over there on the left hand side, 23 feet down that wall is
Well-
definitely where it's coming from.
Well, and I feel like Henri, like, to do that, he stops, he closes his eyes, and he obviously, because of the blind sight, he sees things more than others, and I feel
Hmm.
like that's what he relies on for a minute, and just kind of in that sixth sense he has, it just he can almost still vaguely see the tremors of it, and then just points, and then opens his eyes and looks. It came from that way.
Once he
You can
points
see.
that out, Astray's gonna I'm gonna stealth ahead and make sure that there's no people we're gonna run into and maybe have to fight.
Who has that map? All right. What's over in that direction?
I'm gonna let Chad describe what I was pointing at to find that out.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. I appreciate that. You looked so. This is essentially like a huge square room, and there's a kind of a walkway around the outside, and I feel like maybe the image that we have here isn't exactly because I feel like there's like little bridges that go halfway down each wall and kind of converge in the center, which would be
I
like
love the little bridges.
yeah, where the light is in this in the image here. In this area, that's like the center, and there's little bridges, um, but kind of on the opposite wall from you, not the opposite wall, the next. If you go down the wall to your left, there's and then you take a right at the end of the room. That's the wall. It's that wall. Um, and you can see that there is a large ish copper pipe with a mouth cast like a giant turtle, and there's some water coming out of it, and you
And
feel real good about saying to yourself and the party it was from over there.
it's from by the turtle. And then look at the
And
map. Does the map doesn't go farther than that arch we came from, does it?
Correct. The map does not go any farther than this cistern, which is where you're at right now.
So it's
This
just
is the proverbial X.
it doesn't go past this. Just
Oh,
looks at
let's
Kide.
go fuck up a turtle.
all right, Astray's gonna stealth ahead and check out the area without so much light.
Okay.
Like there's still the light from behind her or whatnot that Henri's got, but ooh, that is a 25 for
A
stealth.
25. Yeah.
God damn.
You disappear into the gloom and the shadows. You manage to, kind of sneak underneath the like lighty reflection bits and are completely unseen. And give me perhaps a perception roll. You know what? Don't worry about it. There's nobody here.
Natural 17, so
There's, there's no
plus
one in this
0.
room. Yeah. It's a big empty room right now.
She'll yell, she'll like look around, see if there's somebody there, straighten up, walk out into the reflective bits and yell back, "There's nobody
Here,
Here.
here.
Do you do that for the drama? The sneaking and the poking out?
here!" Probably.
She does
That's
it off
fair
the
then.
cookies.
I mean, there could have been somebody just as stealthy as me over here.
Oh yeah,
That's fair.
that's a good point. Here, let me. No, I'm just kidding. Let me roll real quick.
Just looks to Kide and Selma, shall we?
Guess so.
As
Flutter
they make
on.
their way over, I'm pulling
We're
out
gonna work.
rope to try and crawl up to the turtle.
Yeah, it's maybe like 5 feet up the wall, and probably sticks out. So you can walk. You have to walk under it. If you were going to keep going along the wall, and it probably sticks out a good like 2 to 3 feet out from the wall. Um,
I'll
and
fly
this
up.
walkway is pretty much a single file style walkway. Um,
You guys come up to Astray because she's just short enough that I mean, with acrobatics, she might be able to jump up and catch it, but she's pulled out a rope and, like, flipped it over the top of the turtle's head and is, like, climbing up.
I feel Henri's just in the bringing up the back on the single file.
Selma is probably flying along beside everybody, and we'll just fly up to look at the turtle's face.
Yeah. It's a big turtle head. It's really well carved. It looks like it's like a soft shell. I don't know if you know what a soft shell turtle looks like. They got that like kind of pointy
The
nose, and then
the
yeah,
little like piggy nose, kinda.
yeah, yeah.
Does it
Um,
I have two questions that they're mostly for like logistical sort of physical purposes.
mhm.
Is there water coming out of its mouth?
Yes,
And is the mouth like big enough that I could fit in it?
yes,
Oh god, okay. I was just curious about like, okay, it's a pipe, right? How big of a
yeah.
pipe? But
It's a pretty big pipe. It's probably
could
uh,
Henri or Kide fit inside of it?
it's probably like a 2.5 feet around pipe, 3 feet around
Okay.
pipe.
I could crawl through
It's a
it.
good sized pipe. It's big.
Once
Yeah, it's a
Astray gets
big
on
ass
top of
turtle.
the head, if she gets up there fine, she's gonna take a bell out of her backpack and lean down and ring the bell in the mouth of the turtle. See if anything happens.
Nope.
No,
Just a little echo. Okay.
for somebody who keeps going ahead and checking out things, you sure do like to trigger things potentially.
Can we, and Henri will call this out to the rest of the party as well, can we see where the pipe goes?
I have never claimed to be a wise.
Like, does the pipe go
Or
into the
does it
wall, or does it go up? Can we follow where the pipe
Yeah.
goes?
It goes into the wall. Yeah. So it kind of comes out of the wall. Um,
can I
So do we wait until we maybe hear a bell again and then see if it's coming from inside the mouth?
Well, it strikes me that metal resonates, perhaps magically so, even. So
hmm,
we should
I'm gonna
probably
write that down.
try and find the other side of this pipe.
can I go
Okay. Astray will
in
like flip down into the mouth and start crawling.
Not like that!
Go!
Water slide.
Yeah.
Probably
It's not a
reverse
lot
water
of there's
slide.
not a it's not like a lot of water coming out of it. It's a kind of day where it's a kind of a medium.
Low rain day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, you go into the pipe
Yeah.
and you have dark vision.
I do not, but I can pull out my hooded lantern.
Fair enough. Yeah, it is dark.
Okay, then yeah, she'll pull out the hooded lantern.
All right. Yeah, you're able to hold. It's a little awkward holding a hooded lantern and kind of crawling on threes.
Well,
I
she's
picture that
3'8".
the
She's
hooded
kind of on
lantern
2.
I
That's
I
fair.
figured that the hooded lantern also is like he puts his on a quarterstaff, but it's just got like a ring at the top, and if need be,
Mhm.
if I do need to crawl if it gets small, I can just put it in my mouth.
Jaws of steel. Yes.
Soon will be. At
Um,
least have some lodged in
But
it.
if it's big enough, because I'm only 3'8", so I might have to
Right.
crouch, but I can probably still fit
yeah,
and hold it.
yeah, you'd have to crouch, but you could kind of hunch over.
You do the Vasquez hunch.
Yeah. And you're able to kind of work your way along. Yeah, I guess. How far do you desire to go?
Well, I'm gonna keep walking until I don't hear anybody else behind me, and then I'm gonna yell back, "Anybody else coming with?"
I don't think the other two will fit through it like this.
They can crawl if they wanna, or I can just go ahead and look.
Do you see anything yet?
Do I see anything yet? I'm probably only about, like, 15 feet in.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as you can see ahead, it just kind of like goes into kind of darkness up ahead so
It's just
far.
going straight into darkness right now, but I can keep going and then report back. I can
I
be
think
quiet
that's a
about
terrible idea, at least alone.
it.
And it's just gonna look to Key Day.
All right, we'll go in. She like bends over and hands and knees goes crawling in the wet, like slimy pipe.
And Henri just looks around. I assume Selma is still there.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go in the pipe, but she jumped in first, so I'm sitting back then.
And he's just like, I was really hoping she would say no. And then he will get in the pipe as well and start crawling.
Okay. And I probably can kind of walk through the pipe, can I? I
Yeah,
just
you could walk, you could fly, you know?
I'll walk and just kind of hunch down because I feel like I feel like it's one of those things where I can at least like when you're in a cave and you're just kind of like
Probably at least knee deep water for you.
maybe
Your
I'm
little
keeping it
Barbie
easy.
legs.
my, my little leggies.
So let's do this. So we've got a Stray, Key Day, Selma, Henri.
No, I'm after Henri because he went in before me, and I was like, "All
Ah.
right, here we go."
Admittedly, you could probably get around me if you had to.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try and be nice about it.
It'd be tight.
Henri
Also-
appreciates you.
Also,
Although
I'm
I
your
suppose Henri is not the biggest person in the room.
but also
Nope,
I'm you
that's Key Day.
guys. I'm you guys' healer, so maybe it is best I'm in the back.
He'll probably just sit on Henri's back as he crawls.
I'm
Gotta
being
get those
polite.
gains somehow.
I'm being polite about this.
Rush. Go faster, Henri. Go faster. Yeah, so you make your way, goddamn, along this pipe. And it runs straight. There's a little bit of up and down at one point. But it's pretty much a straight shot. And it eventually you begin to see a bit of light ahead, super faint, um, but of course growing as you go. At this point I would like each of you to make a wisdom save, a wisdom save at advantage, please.
Like a will save, same thing.
It's like a will save.
I got a 10.
10.
Me
Okay.
too.
A 10. Okay.
Wow, with advantage 9.
9.
Found the Achilles heel of
9.
this party.
15 with advantage.
A 15.
Well, except for Selma.
I have a +5, so
Get it.
I have a 0.
I have +2.
You'll get more eventually, though. Bless you, paladins.
Yeah.
Like a 7 and a 4 is what I rolled.
I rolled a 10 and a 4. Feel ya.
I rolled a 10 and a 5.
Key Day. Realistically, the lot of you hear that bell sound
Bong.
again, and it definitely louder than it was before. And you can almost, it's like the Jurassic Park thing. Like you can see the wave of the sound coming across the water.
I have on a Jurassic
Um,
Park shirt.
And Kide, it like rips through your body, and your mind, but not so much that your mind is separated from your body. If that is an option, I don't know. We'll see. But however, the next time that you make a attack roll, uh, stat check, or saving throw, soon perhaps to just be called a D20 test. Thanks, one
We're
D&D. That
playtesting
makes
rules right now.
that makes things really simple. You will also roll a D4 and subtract that from your roll.
Oh shit, you're baned.
Okay.
That means you now have to talk like this the rest of the night.
Oh no.
You only came to this pipe. I was born to it, molded by it. Um, Otherwise, no one else suffers any ill effects from this, from the sound of the bell. Uh, I should write down that it just automatically tolls the dead on anybody. Just anytime it. No, we'll save that for later. And yeah, you kind of make your way down the pipe. Maybe another. It's hard to tell. Distance is weird in here. It's kind of light. It's kind of dark, and there's growing light. Maybe another like 10 minutes of crawling. It feels like an eternity, right? And you can see that there is a like a low like pool of water. Like the other end of this pipe is like half, not half, but partially submerged in a pool of water, which is where the water that is in here is coming from. And you can see a faint light, um, but it's kind of difficult to make anything out. And then here, let me pause as you are approaching like the end of the tunnel or the end of the pipe. Uh, how would you like to proceed, as we move to the part where you would be perhaps coming out of it? Are there anything
Astray
that
does
you want to do
say,
different?
just in case there's people here, I'm gonna stealth ahead. And then she'll stealth
Okay.
ahead out the mouth of it.
Putting
And
your light source away, I imagine.
I'm lowering the hood on it so that it's just
Mhm.
less. So it's a dim light in a 5-foot radius.
Henri's
Okay.
was just out when he went in here because he's crawling. There's no way that's staying lit.
I would like to say that would that is that feasible to say that that would probably incur a disadvantage on a stealth roll if you're carrying a light source? Does that sound like a
That's
Strikes
fine.
me as a yes.
okay? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do
I
that.
got a +8. It's not like it's
You
That's
could
true.
still pull that shit off.
You could just roll two 20s.
My, la-
I
my
mean,
lantern's magical. It's always
15.
kind of lit.
15.
I'll
Nice.
Stealth
Yeah.
already
roll
have
for
a
15.
disadvantage on stealth, which I have played off as being the light source.
So you lower the hood, and move, Rambo style through the water. No splashes, no, the rest of you are like, how the how the fuck is she doing that? Like, it doesn't, like, yeah, it's uncanny. Um, but yeah, you kind of get to the end, and you can see that there's another kind of carved, or cast, kind of probably some kind of head here as well. Although you're on the inside, it's hard to tell. There are some teeth though, that you'll have to climb over on your way out. Um, and you can see that This is the room in front of you is kind of a natural cavern, and there is a light source um, of some kind. It doesn't seem to be like it's like fire. There, it's like a steady, not non-oscillating light source um, of some kind, faint, not super bright, but a light source nonetheless. That is kind of up and to the left, and then there is just kind of a natural cave with all the cool stuff in caves, stalactites, there's stalagmites, and things like that in here, and this pool of water. And it looks like it's a pretty decent sized cave. It goes off to the edge of the light that you can see at any rate, and feasibly beyond.
She's gonna continue forward to the edge of where the light reaches,
Okay.
to just kind of check things
Like
out and
like
listen to
out
see if
into the cave.
yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah,
go swim.
yeah. You enter the water, and it is deep and uh like bone chilly cold, right? The water in the tube in the pipe was cold.
But I had been warmed a
Um,
little bit by the metal.
yeah, yeah, and it's a different volume, right? Um, Hang on, I have to send a message to Cat really quick. The
Okay,
huge
everybody, limber up, limber up.
USCH. No, it's not that. It's not that. It's oh yeah, you can limber up the huge time in 30 minutes. She's just asking when break will be. Um Thank you. Okay. Game and back in and scene and go. So yeah,
Yeah, when she
you
goes
enter
out
into
into
the
the water,
water.
she'll put her hooded lantern away first since there is some light out in here, and
Okay.
then just, like, go out to the edge of the light and just stop and tread water and listen to see if she hears anybody else in the
Okay.
area or if she can tell, like, if the bell goes off again, if she can tell where it's at.
Yeah. You you get into the water, and it is cold, and it is clear, and it is dark. Um and the light, you can, being in this room, and there'll be an image that you'll see, but not yet. Um but the light, there is a um like a person sized like spar of some kind of crystal that kind of pokes out of the wall of this cavern, um, that is shedding a kind of constant, like dim-ish light. Although it doesn't, follow the conventions of normal dim light in D&D. It's a bigger area. It's
Yeah,
much more persistent.
it just
Um,
stays dim, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So you kind of swim stealthily
Like a
like
rogue?
a
Shark,
like a rogue, like a yeah, like a shark,
a
uh,
zombie shark.
through this water. Why don't you let's do this. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna make you make that roll. That you're fucking undead. You don't care about that. Um, I'm gonna say it's called your limbs go numb. You're undead. Your limbs are already numb. um, but yeah, you're able to swim fairly easily. There's not a real there's a little bit of a current, um, but nothing that is uh, de- debilitating. No,
Oh no,
nothing
the
that's
egg.
problematic. Yeah, the egg is now cold, however.
The egg is now cold and
Um,
wet.
Just like my heart.
and Just yep, exactly. And you swim across this lighted space, and it's probably like 120 plus feet. It's kind of the far edge of the light. Um, and let's pause there. The rest of you, she's left the tunnel, left the end of the pipe, and submerged into a body of water beyond, and kind of disappears from view a bit. What are you all doing?
There's a is there a platform around or is it just into water?
Um, so you go take a look see.
Yeah, I'll take a look out the mouth of the turtle and see if there's like a platform outside anywhere
Well,
or
Yeah.
if
is it a
just
turtle on this side?
well,
It's a
There
mouth.
are there are four fangs, upper and lower fangs.
it's something.
So you kind of stand, one fang in each hand, peering around the room,
I mean, at
and
least Elma can fly over the wall.
Yeah, I have an idea. I don't know.
and that's
It'll
true.
be up to DM if it's something I
Yeah,
can do. But
yeah. If you give me a perception roll, Selma.
Henri's just behind Keyday waiting.
uh, perception. Where'd you go? There you are. 23.
Nice. Wow.
That
Yeah.
plus five. It's that plus 5 perception, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. You kind of look around, and you can see that there's some rocks that stick out of the water in places, and there is kind of beneath this massive crystal, you can see that there are some ledges, um and you can see that they kind of follow down the cavern on that side.
I have a thought. I don't know if you'll let me do it. I don't know if Druidcraft is this extensive. I was wondering if never mind. I was gonna try and like uh sprout some big lily pads that you and Kide could like hop on. I don't think Druidcraft will do that. Uh
Yeah, that
that's
sounds
fine.
rad, but yeah, I would
I
agree.
know.
Druidcraft, probably
I know.
not.
I was like, maybe if I was super high level, I could just make those big that show up, but no. But I'll point out to the other two that there are some rocks down there, but we might have to swim to get to them. Are you okay with that, Kide?
I am not sure.
Do you know?
Do fire tenacity like, can we swim?
Do you,
Have you never swum?
I don't
You hear from
remember
behind?
swimming.
Well, you've been in the bath.
I mean, I've taken a shower.
You've not been in the baths in the great pool in town?
real nice.
Yeah, what's a shower?
Well, it's, it's when you dump water over your head.
Maybe maybe you could. Henri, do you know how to swim?
Yes.
Maybe if she can't, she can like cling to your back while you swim and get to a platform. Maybe.
We will figure out a way across the water. That is not the problem here. Don't worry.
I'm just trying to help. I don't know what. There's a big crystal out here.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I know. I'll kind of flutter out of the mouth, and I'm gonna take a look at what the creature it is. If it's not a turtle.
It's a snake.
Oh, snake on
Yeah.
this side.
Yeah. And now, of course, at the most opportune time, as this happens here, you hear the bong, bong, and I would like you to each roll another advantage saving throw, just like you've done before.
Should I? With a
D4 taken off. You rolled the D4
Okay.
and
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. All right.
14.
14.
22.
22. Henri, I'm guessing you rolled a 7.
I rolled 1 twice, which means I have a total of 1.
1.
11.
11. So Henri, it rattles through your body. You feel a resonance. Ooh. Yeah, you feel a resonance deeper than the bone. You feel that there is pretend it's like, you know, when you like tear a muscle or a ligament, but it's like your soul.
Great.
Go on.
Yeah. But it doesn't tear away, right? Because it's still a pretty chill effect at the moment. However, the next 20 based roll that you make will be at a minus D4. The rest of you, hunky dory.
Is
Hunky
my,
dory.
Bane, is that gone now or is
Yeah,
it
yeah,
continue?
it's just the next one. Yeah, if it was a persistent effect, it would get obnoxious real fast.
Ow.
Okay.
Emphatically no. We should get going.
Do you
Agreed.
feel which direction that was from?
Was it from the crystal? Did it appear to be from the crystal?
It was not from the crystal. It was. You definitely get the feeling that it's from further down.
So further past where the light ends, like where I am. You guys can like still probably just see my head bobbing because I'm at
Yeah.
the edge of the light.
We should get going.
All right,
That's not stopping.
let's hurry towards this horrific sound.
I'm gonna fly, but I'm gonna just kind of stick above Henri and Kide as a kind of an assist if need be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I trust this water or anything going on in this room.
As they get closer, Astray will turn back. Well, it's obviously still farther this way. I haven't seen anybody or anything, but this water's really deep. And I always, I just have this thought in my head that there were stories I used to hear of monsters that hide in deep water. And now that's all I can think about.
That's why we should get out of the water. As Henri waits for Kide to kind of jump out and get in the water.
She
Is
now
there
very
any
nervously
ledges
gets into the
around the
water.
edge out of the water, or is it just okay?
There's on the left hand side, kind of beneath
Crystal.
the crystal, there are a series of ledges.
Astray will start swimming that way and just kind of like wave at you guys and point that way.
Yeah, you guys can actually see steam rising off of the water that is near me.
Nice. Yeah. Absolutely.
So Kide is in.
Yeah. Oh, it's not
Okay.
actually that cold.
Okay, then Henri just dives in and starts swimming towards the ledge, unceremoniously. Just
Henri, it's cold as fuck.
oh yeah, that's why he's swimming for the ledge to get the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a short swim. It's maybe from where you're at, it's probably like 15 feet, right?
Okay, so that's bad.
Yeah. And you're able to easily climb up onto this ledge. It's slick, but it's not it's craggy enough that you're able to find decent handholds. Uh, you're able to pull yourselves up out of the water.
Astray is still about 120 feet ahead of you all because she went directly over that way. But
I know there is some light in this room, but I guess just for everybody else's benefit, my lantern has 10 feet of dim light and is magical, so I don't think it goes out. So
Not until it runs out of souls.
I just put a new one in there. It's fine.
That's
Yeah,
charged for a
just
whole year and a
recharge-
day.
It's
Recharge
totally
the
good.
battery.
You
so
could
at
probably
least what?
you could probably see Kiday's like two little pinprick eyes in the dark, like two little like golden like lips
like-
in darkness.
Yeah, I think I'm just kind of
Mhm.
floating above the water and the platforms, just trying to like, just try to be of assistance in whatever way I can.
Yeah.
Once Henri is
Astray.
out. What?
Astray, if you would roll a perception roll for me, please.
13.
13. Being the person furthest in the room, you hear a series of sounds from the darkness further on. You hear you hear the sound of small scurrying feet. You hear a few squeaks.
I hope none of you are afraid of rats, because I think there's rats.
Like rats.
What kind of rats can survive that bell?
They could be mad rats.
What are mad rats?
Sword out. And
Debbie paddle to the end.
I'm not quite understanding. So there's ledges on either side, and does the room kind of continue in a long ways with also the water in it?
There's a ledge under, as he just switched it, under the crystal.
Oh,
Cool map.
under that far under the crystal.
I lost copy.
No.
Paste.
There
Asta.
we go.
So Henri's like, right here.
Yeah. We'll say
Which way is
Astray
farther
is-
in and which way is farther out?
We'll say out is to the right. It further in is to the left.
Okay, so yeah, Astray is like all the way out here.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, up on that little bit above you. Yeah, right there. Perfect.
So you're Astray's out of the water.
Yep. And for thematic purposes, let's go ahead and make another saving throw as another bing bong thing happens. I'm gonna roll for these. I'm gonna roll for what's in the room.
Nat 20.
Total of 13 after the D4.
Okay. 9 for Astray. Salma.
Oh, sorry. That was a wisdom save.
Yes, ma'am.
With advantage.
I was looking at because I remember we talked about my wild shape capabilities, and so I was and I had the other day
Mhm.
it's 18 total.
18, nice.
So I was trying to find
A nice wild shape.
I was trying to find fish because like we decided that I can wild shape into things I've feasibly seen. So I was like, I've probably seen fish. Just,
I'm not sure if you're high enough level to do it, but the octopus is surprisingly a good choice.
Surprisingly
The
handy.
fucking octopus was an amazing scene in Saltmarsh.
You can be on land too. You just hold your breath.
That's right.
I'm gonna add
an
it
hour.
and say that maybe I saw it at a fish.
It's possible. It's possible. So let me do this. I'll put Kita, and then Selma, you're kind of flying out over the water.
Yeah, I'm just keeping up with Kide and Henri because I like the idea of staying in a group
Yeah. I mean, some people like that.
For the area effect.
For the area effect. Yeah, uh,
We don't have yet.
I'm not thinking of that, but also I'm the healer, so feels the correct thing to do to stick by the two heavy hitters.
yeah. Yeah, so this bell sounds again, and these sounds that you heard astray, uh that of this the sound of many feet scurrying and squeaks, as the bell sounds, these grow louder and more, I don't know, more something. I can't think of words. More furious, maybe that works. And you begin to see ahead the reflected light on many eyes.
I
And
think
I have
there's
to,
swarms of rats.
What does a swarm of rats look like?
Lots of eyes in the dark.
Henri pulls out his shield.
Yeah, Astray's palmed daggers.
If I'm on dry land, I'll pull out my 2 scimitars, the new one and the non-cursed one.
I'm gonna cast Shillelagh on my staff.
Magic stick.
Magic stick.
It's harder.
It's log. It's log.
It gets heavy, it's wood.
It's log. It's log. It's better than bad. It's good. Everyone loves log. You're gonna need a log.
Yeah, for sure.
it's true.
Childhood.
Did I?
I watch that
Oh,
every week.
that's annoying. I
It
thought
is
I had
annoying.
that.
But it burrows into
Um,
your head, and you have to listen to the log, or else you start to get the brain weepies.
All right, let's do this. Um, if Cat is around, Cat, are you there?
Cat, we summon thee. We invoke both the coffee and the learning and the internet. Please,
And the
Cat,
beer.
we beg of thee, be with
Yeah.
us.
Are you in the
And if
room
she's
with
not-
us?
Are you?
God,
If
are
she's
you
not there, we're gonna
Me,
we're gonna
Margaret.
go to break. And in a little bit, and before we go to break, please allow me to tell you about some very cool things that we have. Uh, it may be that you feel the need to up your torso covering game, and it may be all of you are doing pretty good at it. But it may be that you want to change things up a bit. Perhaps that you feel the need to um, some dope shirts that we can provide you, such as the emotional support undead shirt, or one that just says "Words are hard, y'all."
That's an
Uh,
important one.
there is a link right here for that very thing. It might be that perhaps you would like to help us out in both a financial way and in a mechanical way as players of this game. We have a link for that as well. It's called the Ko-Fi link. You can throw us a couple of bucks. That can go to things like Advantage, a Maker's Coin, which allows players some narrative control, and the ability to swing failed or successful rolls in different directions. You can also have me read with my wonderful speaking voice a message of your choosing that is within a content guidelines that isn't, racist, vulgar, sexist, all those sorts of ist things. But I'll say stuff for you to somebody else. Or perhaps you would like to be immortalized in this very game as an NPC with your likeness we can also make that happen. We have these options available for you, our listeners and friends. So thanks to the fact that our wonderful producer Kat is now here in the room with us, although you cannot see her because she has a plus 99 cloak of invisibility.
She has been summoned, all hail.
We are going to go to break for roughly 10 minutes. We are going to get some beverages, stretch, warm up the muscles. As I'm sure you can imagine, something's going to happen and it's going to involve a number of rats. We'll see how that goes down when we come back. Hey, we're back. I just looked up right as I got the signal, and it's a good thing I did. Otherwise, it would have been real awkward, which I guess realistically isn't much different from normal. Hey, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. I can see that there are 9 of you out there. Some of them are us, but hey, Maria's here. What's up, Maria? Hey, Christian's here. What's
I
up,
see
Christian?
Steve.
Hey, Steve is here. I like that guy. He seems cool.
Don't trust no Steve.
Steve, we were just talking about how great you are in the Exquisite Corpse chat, so
Yeah.
love you, Steve.
I wasn't. It's okay.
I have a message straight for Christian. Hey, Christian, if you're listening to this, I'm going to message you soon about a thing that we're going to have going on at some point soon here that you're going to like. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Well, that wasn't cryptic.
I was super vague, wasn't it? I'm a real helpful guy. That's why I'm a dungeon master, because I'm so helpful.
Oh man, look
where
at this
are we?
map. That little orange one looks like a rat tsunami.
Probably because it is a rat tsunami.
It's
Oh,
a
God.
rat
Oh Jesus!
tsunami.
Oh, God, they're Skaven. Oh, God, that's a
There's
doom bell. Oh,
that
God.
So yeah, so if you're just joining us, the party has crawled through a copper pipe that empties into a cistern. They followed it through to a large cavern. There's a glowing crystal up above and some water and a ledge, and they're on the ledge, and there's a bell that's causing people to have different effects. It's realistically it's just one effect and it's not great. But it's happening.
It's not good.
It's not good. And there are skittering noises in the dark. Yeah, there we go. You can make all this. You got to make them face the right way.
Do you?
Wait.
Do you?
Yeah. And off in. Who's moving them?
Not me for
Just
once.
me. Okay, that's fair. It usually is you, I know. It's probably just my computer being weird and slow.
That's never happened.
It's like Ninja. I figured out how to make Ninja work. Yeah, I'm using Edge for Ninja, and now I'm remembering that that's what I had to do when we used Ninja back in the day. I have to use a different browser. I can't use Firefox because it drops it for some reason, which is super weird. Anyway, Astray, you now see groups of eyes, little beady ones, and some little larger ones, and coming towards you out of the darkness. You hear a cacophony of skittering feet and little little mousy rat noises.
Do not want.
We definitely got rats. Prepare yourselves.
Uh-oh.
Rat tsunami.
I saw Rat Tsunami 3, but not the first two.
It's just like Ratnado, but more rats.
Sci-fi's throwing everything at the wall these days.
Ratnado. What
Is that
happens
like-
when you put? That's how that started. Somebody tried to put. Never mind. Nope. That's okay. Ignore me, please.
We
Let's
can't. You're
just
running the
cut to
game.
let's just cut to the chase. I'm gonna have you roll initiative in the VT, or not, sorry, not in the VT, in D&D Beyond, please. Um and
Ah, tits.
You know.
I rolled a 20.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 26.
holy shit.
I have
I
a
rolled a
plus 9.
You still had to outdo me, didn't
Holy
you?
shit. Let me roll. Hey, I gotta roll myself. Well, some of these guys are pretty fast. All right.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 for a total of 2.
Yeah.
Woo!
I'm gonna put this in another window. That way
I'm
I
very
can have.
sad because my mead probably sat too long and just tastes like water now.
Oh, that's the
Oh.
saddest thing I've heard all day and
How
all
long
week.
has it been there?
I probably got it like a year and a half ago.
Did you
And you
open it?
opened it?
No, it was sealed.
No,
but-
mead should age.
That's weird.
I mean, it's got
yeah.
a bunch of stuff at the bottom, but it's not like even when I tip it, it's not.
Huh.
It wasn't
Well,
sealed originally? 'Cause
Yeah. Yeah.
we're gonna drink plenty of mead in a week.
Yes.
There's a
I'm
great
gonna attempt to
meadery.
make it actually be mead. But anyways, yes.
Astray, you are the top of the initiative order. Henri, you are on deck slightly before a rat.
Rat.
Thanks to, I'm guessing, your dexterity bonus. Um,
All right. How far away are these rats from me? Like, are they within 20 feet or are they still farther away?
uh, let me do a thing.
Drop it.
Dark
Drop it
in
like it's hot.
there. They are within movement distance of you.
Okay, well, I will get to where I'm about 20 feet away from them. And I'm
Okay.
going to use bonus action hide.
Okay.
And then
So my
I'm
first, let me ask you a quick clarification question first. Using this very excellent piece of 3D terrain, hopefully it's okay that I'm using this. If not, I'm using it anyway. But I will say that this combat is brought to you by Dwarven Forge, because this is an image of Dwarven Forge. But are you backing up? Are you scrambling up? Are you jumping across to this kind of rock outcrop across from you?
um I'd probably go up a little bit if that takes me
Okay.
closer to them.
Yeah,
As
if you
long
want
as
to
I'm
like
within
say,
20 feet of one.
yeah, you could get up to that kind of ledge above you up here and be.
Are they like kind
Be
of up
within.
above us kind of thing? Is that how it is? Because they're just kind of off to the side right now.
Yeah, they're off to the side around just because that's how big the map is. But they're kind of
Yeah.
on that plane. They're on a pretty much equal plane to where you had started on
Okay.
that kind of ledge there.
All right. Then I'm going to bonus action hide, kind of like duck into a shadow, and then I'm
Okay.
going to throw a dagger at the nearest one.
Okay. Yeah, you can kind of see now like the cresting wave of some would call it a swarm of rats.
Even with the minus D4 for my bell damage.
Okay.
That's a 18.
18. To hide?
to hit. Oh, stealth first. Haha. So let me redo that math with still that one.
No worries.
20 for stealth.
20 for stealth. Okay, you are. I'm not even gonna bother rolling. That's really good. You are absolutely. You are absolutely hidden. Please make your attack roll, which will be normal now. You don't have to
Yes.
worry about the bane.
That's a natural 20.
Nice. Whoop whoop
And
whoop
with
whoop.
my sneak attack.
Yes. Which, unlike one D&D, will be double all the dice.
18 points of damage.
18. Gee, many crickets. Do this. E. Okay. Yes, just need to double check. Okay, yeah, you hear a number of shrill shrieks as your dagger like scythes like the Grim Reaper itself through this swarm of rats.
Perhaps
Um,
the rat Grim Reaper, if you will.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
the
if it's a
rat.
small ledge, then it just like goes straight down a line.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like if you're a dragon breathing a breath weapon of dagger straight into the swarm of rats. Yeah, you kill a a quantity of rats.
A quantum of rats.
You just have
Yeah.
a kebab of rats going on.
It's just
We'll save that for later. Sell it in the lower reaches.
yeah, you can sell it in the lower reach. Yes. Yes.
Entrepreneurship.
Um,
And that's my turn.
all right. Henri, you are up. I am on deck.
How is it a move or a double move to get from where I was, scoot along this ledge and get up to the slightly higher ground to see what's
So a
going on?
move, your move would get you to about where you're at, where you just moved to. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So where
A-okay.
Kide and Selma is like 30 feet to where you are right now. Yep.
Wonderful. And so I have a hard time visualing this when they're off screen. Are they like straight in front of us, or are they coming in like at an angle along a ledge, or what? Like
Yeah,
what's
they're
out
kind of
there?
so this ledge kind of continues straight on. It's difficult to see because of course it's also darkness kind of beyond this point. Um but you can see this bee
Bearing down on
um
me.
bearing bearing down on you. Yes.
Well, in that case, I will ready an action, which is when B, which there's now two Bs, but I mean the swarm,
Yep.
gets within striking distance of me because it looks like it's coming right at me. I want to
It
attack.
is coming right for you. Okay. You are holding your action. Okay. Let me open up this. Awesome. There is a larger set of eyes that kind of detaches from the swarm, from this wave, from this um, starlit sky of red, beady red rat eyes. Um, and anyway, this they're so big compared to you. Hang on.
Ghost rat?
Oh, hang on.
The ghost rat.
I mean, he's glowing. Otherwise, he's, radioactive rat.
Let me make these a little smaller. let me
because
hang
we
on.
are but we.
Let me pause real quick. Hey, Kat, I know you said a thing. If you're there, if you could zoom in just a little bit, that would be amazing. If you can hear me, I don't know if you can.
Cat hears all.
But yeah,
Cat knows
so
all.
that's fine. That's okay. We'll make it work. So yeah, this a giant rat detaches from the wave and thing and leaps out of the darkness after you. And attempts to take a chomp out of you. Madness in its eyes. But it, of course, rolls a 2. And you definitely dodge its attack.
In that case, I would like to use my reaction to activate my readied action, and I would like to strike at El Rata Gigante.
Okay.
I rolled a total of 14. No idea how good that is.
Well, it hits.
That's all that matters. For, oh boy, that was a big number on the die for what that is, which leaves me at a total of 13 points of damage at
Yes.
El Rata Gigante.
Yeah. You strike down a mighty swing. And there are now 2 halves of a rat. At
Do
your
they
feet.
keep moving?
It's
I
a
mean, a
rat
little bit.
hydra.
A little bit. A little. It's like a little. There's a squelch, and a little slide, and then there's a plop because the head kind of falls into the water.
Okay, that's fine. I was waiting for like it to cut, and it turned out it was actually a swarm of rats in the form of a giant rat. Now there's 2 still giant rat. Yeah, I'm more terrifying than I should be, for the record.
Yeah. Right. Now,
I'm gonna give us the nightmares.
Now I'm contemplating what happens when a wizard takes a black pudding and a giant rat and melds them together.
He makes rat pudding, which we will be selling
Rat
shortly in the lower
pudding.
reaches.
Yes. Look for my shop opening next week. Next market day, look for our shop.
Rat pudding.
Yeah,
Rat
all
pudding.
rats. Rat pudding, rat kebabs, rat fillets,
Ratatouille.
ratatouille.
Seeing you now in its
Ratty sights.
way, the swarm of rats B is going to crest upon you
Do not want.
as if you were the shore. And
There you
it was
go.
a wave.
That's not good. I don't like that.
Light splash of rats.
Yes. However, like the mountain, for now, you resist its gentle caress. In a realistic, I'm going to let you know that realistically, I'm going to go a bunch, and then Kide and Selma are going to go at the end. Because
There's a lot happening in
Rolled
here.
real bad.
oh, you're slow. Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
You
That's
did.
real bad.
You did, in fact, roll a 1.
Which is only a 2, technically.
This is
1 + 1 + 2 + 1.
out of the dim darkness. You see a pair of these kind of red, maddened rat eyes, even larger than the giant rat eyes, and also standing quite a bit higher than the giant rat eyes. And a sort of man-shaped rat. You can see its outline in the shadows.
Man
Tail,
rat.
little naked rat tail flicker, and it draws a bead upon you because it has a short bow. D&D Beyond, listen, Come on. I haven't rolled anything better than a 6. What is happening?
Ratman was
Ah,
unprepared. He was like, his feet
yeah, he
were up.
really
He
was.
just made some popcorn. He was getting down
Yeah.
like for the night. He was gonna go to sleep afterwards, and man,
Oh, wow. It really was. Oh, so bad. Another wave of rats swarms over and beyond you, Henri. It's gross.
Did not enjoy. 10/10.
Yeah.
Do not recommend.
You see another large rat shape, two-legged rat shape in the darkness, also with a 11 misses you, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, all right, and then another bigger rat. He comes out of the darkness. Whoops.
Just a menagerie of
And
fucking rat nightmares happening here.
yes, and of course I will roll a 2 again. Yes, thank you, D&D Beyond. I appreciate you immensely. I remember that I have physical dice here I could roll. Key Day,
yeah.
you have seen Henri attack. There is a spray of blood. There is a squeak. Halves of rat, like a small dog, fly about him into the water. You see a wave of rats break upon his boots. You see a different wave of rats. These ones a darker shade, perhaps a brown. It's hard for me to tell because I'm, of course, colorblind and I
So is
don't
dark
know what
vision, so she
fucking,
doesn't
I
know
don't know what
anyway.
fucking colors are. Well, there is light here,
Oh,
right?
yeah, you're right.
There is a dim light from this giant crystal on the map. And then this brown wave of rats has crested down around and along the ledge, down towards where you and Selma are. Kide, it is your action. Selma, you are up next.
Okay. Am I on deck up next, or am I ready to rock next?
You are on deck. Kide's up. You're on deck.
All right. I am going to hunter's mark the swarm of rats that is coming at me. And then I have to press you. There we go. And
What does it
then
look like when you hunters mark it? Does it look like anything?
um
Like a little like flame of tongue over his head or something. Tongue of flame. I don't know.
I think that they just like slightly glow for a moment and then it fades. Like it's just a little like a slight barely noticeable brightening and then darkening again. Um and then I am going to run up and hit them with a scimitar.
Yes.
Scimitarzy.
Scimitarzan?
Um 11.
11. Check it out. That still hits.
It
Swarm
does
of
hit.
More
rats.
rats.
Okay, well good. So that is, hold on, I gotta just make sure I'm doing this right because okay, I need to roll another, was part of the problem of, because the damage is 2d4 on this, right? For the scimitar?
On the one that you yeah.
Okay. And so that's another, so that's 5 plus,
Oh yeah. I forgot. I have to figure out.
so that's
Thank you
9.
for reminding me. I have to figure out how to fix that.
And then uh the spell, gosh,
It's another D6.
man, I'm so spoiled. So d6.
Yep.
Okay. 11 points of damage.
11 total points of
Not
damage.
bad.
Nice.
I miss when I press a button and it just does my math for me.
Yeah. It's very nice. Fantastic. Yeah, there is a cacophony of pain squeals, the squeak of sheer terror as you slash into this swarm of rats, scattering little rat corpses.
Ugh.
Anything else from you, my friend?
Like a rat pinata.
Rats spraying everywhere. No, I'm good for right now.
It's a rat pinata filled with rats.
What's not to like?
Yes. Selma. you're
Yeah.
up.
Okay. There's still rats in front of Kide, and Henri is getting swarmed a little bit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ready,
Uh,
swarmy, swarmy.
You ready? Sorry. I'm going to, as an action, take on my starry form. Just
Oh.
like last time, I'm gonna burst into a bunch of particles of light and then back together into this glowy, starry thing, and I'm gonna take on the sign of the archer. I'm gonna float on over here, kind of in the middle. And as a bonus action, I will do. Where did we go?
I bet you
I-
it's guiding bolt.
No, it's a. I use my action to transform. So my bonus action is gonna be the thing I can do as a bonus action, which is do some damage. Where'd it go?
From your starry form power.
I can make a ranged spell attack, dealing 1d8 plus 3 radiant.
Hell
There's my
yes.
D8s, and I'm gonna help Henri out because he's got a bunch of them over there, and that's a little concerning.
Henri is not
fuck yeah.
pleased.
That's 11 radiant damage to let's say that big dude. It's called the big dude. 11 radiant damage.
To this one?
Yeah, this fucker.
Oh, all right. Did that do what I wanted it to do?
I don't know, did it?
I'm looking at Twitch to see if it moved on her screen.
It moved on our screen. Well, it moved on my screen.
Well, that works. Okay. How much damage? Sorry. 11?
11. Yes.
Oh, damn. Yeah. You fucking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You were.
I should have rolled to attack him, shouldn't I?
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, I got a little
yeah.
excited. I apologize for that sincerely.
It's like
and my
pre-damage?
general.
Is that pre-damage?
Yeah, I apologize. I'm so sorry, you guys.
I got excited.
Okay.
You don't have
I
to
did. I
apologize. It
just
happens to
got-
everybody.
Still, I just need to remember.
I've
what
done
my
it so
spell
many times.
Yeah,
God
I've
damn it.
screwed up like my whole spells and stuff,
That's,
and been like, "Oh, that's not how that was supposed to work."
That's why we're easing ourselves into them.
13 to hit.
Yeah, you killed that rat.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
hit after I did damage. That's okay.
Yeah.
It just explode and then you hit.
Yeah. Almost before it happens. It's all good.
Yep.
So violent.
It's a time dilation.
Yes.
It's a fate thing.
Your attack travels at the speed of light, which is
Yes.
yeah, it's difficult to track with the naked eye. I don't know if that's how it works.
It totally is.
All right,
You cannot see light move.
that's fair. At the top of the round, I would like everyone to make a wisdom saving throw as the bell sounds.
I got a 12.
With advantage or
12?
just straight?
With advantage for y'all because you have the ear holes
Oh, thank God.
plugged.
21.
19.
Fucking druids.
14.
I got all
Nice.
that wisdom, baby. I got all that
Yeah.
perception. All that
I was
insight.
at 7 if I hadn't gotten the advantage.
All right, so y'all are unaffected by the
Tolling.
sounding of the bell, the tolling of the bell. Astray, you are up. Henri, you are on deck.
All right. Seeing Henri with this swarm in front of him, Astray is gonna palm another dagger so that she's got 2 in hand and gonna jump down and attack twice.
Flying zombie.
Yes,
From above.
I'm into it.
That's a
Undeath from above.
22
Uh-huh.
or would I get sneak attack since Henri's within 5 feet of them?
Yep.
So that is 9 points of damage. 17 for the second one for come back here. Another 3 points of damage.
Please describe for us in great detail.
Lurid detail.
Astray is kind of crouching on the ledge up above that she had crawled onto. She pulls out a second dagger. She looks at those rats that are all over her friend, and she's going to jump down right in the middle of them and just like spin in a circle with the blades, and it hit all of them, and then covered in their blood, just smile at Henri.
So we're also gonna do rat milkshakes. Or rat
It's like a
protein
rat
shakes.
blender. Yep, rat in a blender.
Henri will
blender.
somehow not be phased by this. He's like, I approving nods.
Let's yeah, you come down. There's a crunch as you like, land on some of the rats, and then it's just this circle sweep of daggers as you whirlwind of death and just annihilate this swarm of rats. So fucked up.
That used to
but
be a trick in
glorious.
3.5.
I know, right?
Whirlwind attack and bag of rats.
Whirlwind attack was the best.
Wait, what?
Rats.
There was a
I was
weird rules interaction in 3.5 where, like, as long as you had something to attack, you could keep attacking. And I don't remember exactly how the wording worked, but the trick was you'd have a fighter with whirlwind attack and a sack of rats. And as long as he had the sack of rats nearby, it would allow him to basically do infinite attacks or keep attacking until he somehow ran out of rats. It was brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Anyway. Oh,
deep wisdom.
yesteryear. Henri, you are up.
We'll pull out my sack of rats. No, he has no sack of rats. He is not down with that. He is gonna throw his shield hand behind him, in the direction of the rat swarm that is fighting Kide.
Mhm.
Would the rat swarm mind making a strength save DC 14?
Nice save. Yeah, what happens if it fails?
It gets moved 5 feet in a direction I choose. I would like
Okay.
to move it into the water.
You know what? That's hilarious. I'll allow it. Bloop. You just hear squeak, 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 sploosh, sploosh, sploosh.
Rats can
sploosh.
swim.
It's true.
Yeah, Henri just yells back at no, he mind link telepaths to Kide, buying you some time, and then turns and runs towards the ratman. Can he reach the ratman?
Yes. Let's do this. Move back to where you were,
No. Okay, fine.
please.
Okay.
For our viewers' sake, I will move the Ratman to you.
That we support the viewers, we like them.
No, that's
Oh,
service. The rats come to you.
I tell you, maybe we
that's
should make
just,
friends with these people.
Okay. I'm
they've get-
figuring out. I've just realized why the the screen isn't working. You probably have to be on the window for it to be there, and it's not.
It's okay.
She's doing something else. It's fine.
We're
It's fine.
painting them a word picture.
Maybe
Yep,
the
a word
rat
picture.
restaurant is our retirement plan for our group.
See how this goes. Henri will just kind
Move
of
this way back.
move up to them with a series of quick, like, the types of combat, like, leaping motions you tend to take when moving between people. Stop short of the first one and just look at him and go, "Can surrender now." Does it do anything at that?
Um, you say this in what language?
Telepathically.
Telepathically.
'Cause I can just do that.
Yeah, there is a madness in their eyes and perhaps mind.
I did not give them the option to talk back to me because I gave that to Keyday, and I'm suddenly very glad I did not give them the option to talk back.
Yes.
That's what we call not contaminating our data stream. And instead is going to level his sword at Big Ratman B
Yep.
and seek to thrust into his defenses using the power of heart. That's a 25. Looks like heart is the way to go.
Yeah. Yep.
That's 9 points of slashing swordy damage.
Yeah, you murder him.
Oh, he dead. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Henri looks surprised as like he stabs the rat. The rat just kind of goes limp. It's just what? And that's my turn.
They're just rat dudes.
I don't know enough about
Um,
rat dudes in this. I just know Skaven from
That's
several
true.
editions of Warhammer Fantasy,
That's true.
who use bells to make people go mad. So I'm really worried at this point we're going to get a horned god demon, a demon rat.
Mm-hmm.
I should stop feeding you ideas.
But his
And Chad's like,
His-
okay, so next game.
his mad friend
A mad lad.
has a wicked looking bone that's like it's like a dagger, but it's a bone.
A bone dagger,
Uh,
perhaps.
It's a shank.
but it's real big. It's like it looks like
Dagger
it's
bone.
a femur bone that's very spiky. He's gonna try to introduce into your torso. And of course, yes, thank you for rolling a 6. And he slashes at you wildly in his madness. And does it just kind of disrupts your hair a little bit.
That's why Henri wears the helm.
Yeah. And then this swarm of rats that is now in the water below Keyday swims this direction.
Fucks right off.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're wet and
And
we're going
those are
home.
dead. And Keyday is up. Selma, you are on deck after Keyday.
I would like to run up to the lone enemy and attack it with my scimitar.
See me, tari tari.
You are able to do such a thing.
22 to hit.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
And that is 10 damage.
Yeah, it's dead.
Okay.
How do you kill it?
I just, run up from behind Henri and like almost like Henri has a third arm, just the scimitar comes out and like slices past him and into the body of the rat.
Nice. Perfect.
Henri just kind of looks up and goes, thank you.
It falls. As it as you slice into it, you see both of you, the madness leave its eyes a little bit, and there's like the sad face. If rats could have if rat men could have a sad face, it gets it
Droopy
as it
whiskers.
falls. As it yeah, there's a little
The eyes get a little glistening.
yep, and the nose twitches and it falls into the water.
He was the Ratatouille the whole time.
Okay.
Did we just kill Patton Oswalt? Oh shit. Disney is gonna have words with us.
Patton Oswalt.
It's okay. He comes back as a raven.
I like.
I'm here for that content.
The Sandman is so good, but I'm gonna be
Anymore.
honest. Patton Oswalt breaks the immersion in that show.
Sometimes it would be like if he was voiced by Jim Carrey or something. He's
Yeah,
just got
his-
such an iconic.
It's
You know Patton
it's-
Oswalt's voice.
Yeah, it is voice.
That's
Anyway,
The same thing
Yeah.
sort of with the pumpkin guy, who I'm like, it's Mark Hamill. Hey!
yeah.
I have to watch this show.
We're only a
Um,
couple of or a few episodes in. I think we're in only like 3 in, but
So good.
I
So
finished
good.
it.
You're a
Yeah,
machine.
Kide, you have
I'm alone.
slain.
Anyway,
You have slain a rat man.
You
A
feel
swarm
big
of
now. You
rats
killed the rat man.
is
oh yeah, I
beyond
do.
is beyond you all. Yeah, what do you
My presumption is that there is more ledge and tunnel further on that they came from.
correct?
Is
You
everyone all
guys-
right?
Okay. I'm
You are
assuming
made of stars.
I
Mhm.
am. I might as well leave myself like this for a bit. It's not like it's gonna do anything bad, and I think I let off a little bit of light, so that's nice. Do we want to get up to the crystal?
Yeah, we should probably check it out.
I don't know if it's just a sheer cliff face or if I can maybe carry a rope up there for you guys.
Yeah, kind of like this. There's I guess there's kind of trees in this image. There's probably not trees here, but yeah, there's a variety of ledges up to this thing.
All right, I'll carry a rope up anyway, just so that if they feel like they need to grab it, they can do that and tie it off about here. That
Okay.
way, just in case, and boing. And I'll
Yeah.
take a little look at this thingy all here.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is ultimately it's like a massive kind of quartz looking crystal. Although more of the more of a like a I don't know if it's is pure the right word, more of like that super clear quartz versus like the kind of milky
Yeah.
quartz. And there is a kind of this kind of faint sort of like light that is coming from it, but otherwise it seems yeah, it's just a massive crystal that glows.
Um, does it at all seem like this is where the bell sound was coming from?
Funny you should ask. I would like everyone to make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
With advantage or regular?
Yes, please. Yeah.
23.
17.
Somebody said 8.
Me.
19.
23.
23. Okay. So Astray, you are essentially baned again for your next roll. As you're kind of looking this and at this, Selma, and pondering that question of, is this where the sound is coming from? That sound rings down the cavern towards you again. definitely from further on down that kind of direction into the darkness from the way these rats came. Uh, Definitely not from here. This is an interesting thing, but is not the castle wherein your princess lies. To
Oh,
use to
Is
use
there
a Mario.
is there anything any role I could do in an attempt to try and suss out what exactly this crystal is, or if it's just a cool thing that's down here in the dark?
Sure. Let me let's see. Let
I don't
me
know if that would be maybe like Arcana or maybe
It's a giant water purifier.
yeah,
mean,
it's
that
it's the
would
reason
be
we have clean water.
super cool.
I would allow for a let's go ahead and have you make a nature roll.
Okay, I'm good at those.
Yeah.
21.
Wow.
I got a +3 to it and I rolled good. So
Yeah. Yeah, you as you kind of like inspect this thing, kind of, you're checking out its facets and how it's grown, how it's come out of the rock, like how it's connected to the rock, all that kind of stuff, like its clarity, all of like how the light is inside of it. And there's like a peak of a memory that you have of learning about um these I feel like it's kind of have a cool fucking name. Let's see. That some druids refer to them as tears of the earth mother. Writing that shit fucking down.
Hell yes.
all right.
Um Glowing crystals. That these are called tears. Some refer to them as tears of the earth mother, and they are a some have said that they're like a distillation of the energy of the plant, like the world itself.
Uh-oh.
But ultimately they're a naturally occurring thing, and yeah.
All right, I'll maybe meet them down at the bottom, or maybe they just climbed up to the top, in which case, sorry for all that, guys.
Oh,
Um,
we're staying at the bottom.
okay. I'll flutter on down and let you
While that
guys know
happens,
that
Astray checks on the egg.
yeah, I'll let them know like it's a naturally occurring thing. It's just kind of a cool, pretty rock. Some druids use them to light their houses. Um so yeah, we gotta go back. We gotta go deeper into the caverns where the rats came from.
I will produce flame and let Astray warm her egg.
Nice. Yeah,
Thank you.
there was a little bit of residual heat still on the egg, but it was slow. It was quickly fading, and then you warm it up. You're s- you're still good egg mothers. It's
Kine,
like
are we gonna be parents?
What monstrosity is this going to be?
Whatever
I had it writ-
monstrosity is, if you're mothers, you will love it and accept it. Come, let's go. And
Unless
just
it
starts
tries to
going down
eat
the
us.
hallway.
All right.
All children try to eat their parents.
Is that normal?
Eventually, anyway.
yeah, what Greek
Henry just
tragedy was
looks
that?
back and goes, on we go.
Jeez.
Yeah, you make your way
Take him away.
further
Warming the egg.
through this cave, stepping cautiously over the slick stones and the corpses of these rats. Um, Speaking of which, do you peruse these?
I want to
There
search
are
the rat
two
man.
like short humanoid-ish rat men.
Yes, I
I'll
want to search the
I'll
rat man.
I'll rip off a couple of dry bits of cloth for the egg.
Oh, thank you. Takes out the wet rags, puts the.
Just so that it's not like continually damp. But yeah.
I'll look at the other humanoid rat creature.
Sure. Yeah,
I
these
find
these
nothing. That's a nat one.
She's
These-
just
Oh, and
marveling
then
that they're
I
wearing
can
little
waste
clothes.
I can
Cute.
waste the D4 on this roll.
oh
That's -4, so that's a -3. Or wait, no, I have a
Yeah.
+3, so it's a flat 1.
yeah. You yeah, these are fairly primitive, sort of dressed individuals. You know, the weapons that they're yes, I suppose they do have one of them have they both have short bows. Those are pretty advanced, I guess. Bow technology, advanced. Um, but they have like bone and flint, like stone weapons on their persons. Um, you know, kind of loinclothy bits. It's and crude kind of stitched pouches, seemingly the bodies of other rats, with like shiny pebbles, that sort of thing. That's right, rats with rat pouches.
Did you want
It's
me to
weird.
roll, or is that's what was there?
I mean, that's yeah, realistically that's what's there. You're good, you're
I
good.
mean, if you want some
Um,
shiny rocks, you can. I mean, that one kind of looks like an agate. I don't know. Maybe it's an agate. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a shiny rock.
there's like some agates, there's a little bit of rhyolite, maybe.
I feel like me and Omni are playing like rock, paper, scissors in the back. Just watching them talk about rocks.
Rochambeau, baby.
Poking some rocks around.
Poking rats.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, what's in that one? Hey, this one's got rocks in it. I'm gonna be honest. I've played with a gaming group where if I had said what I just said to you, they would have then poked every rat corpse looking for more things in them. It would have, yeah.
We are not doing that.
We no, like nobody's got time for that. I ain't got no.
I gotta
Nobody got-
find a giant bell and put a crack in that motherfucker.
Yeah,
Like I am Liberty. That's how the Liberty Bell got its crack, right? Liberty hit it.
yeah. Lady Liberty just was
Whooped ass. Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, one of
I mean,
these
Lady
guns is
Liberty could use
freedom,
that torch
and
as
one
a
of these is
bludgeoning.
equality. You better start narrating us down that road, or it's
Very
gonna
Yeah,
good.
get worse.
someone's gonna start heading into the cavern, just kind of
Yeah.
checking stuff out.
Yeah. Yeah, you make your way along this ledge further into this cavern. And your kind of bubble of light, thanks to your lanterns and of various kinds,
Your glow in
uh
the dark fairy.
your glow in the dark fairy, your glow in the dark genasi, you know, all the various lights. You guys, you have so many
You're very
light sources.
radiant.
Yeah.
It's like I was sure to like.
It's like a pageant. And you make your way further into this cavern, and it's very much like it has been. You know, you're kind of following this waterway that you can hear and kind of see, and you see all the cool light reflecty bits on the walls around you. And you know, you don't detect any other rat creatures here. And eventually the cavern kind of narrows a bit, and there's uh, a the water kind of goes off somewhere to your left, and you can see that this kind of ledge that you've been following kind of leads off, and there's a kind of a darker darkness, like a passage of some kind to the right, aka it's a Y junction. Yes.
Hmm. Do we wait for another bell sound to decide which way to go?
I'd really rather not, but that's not.
Bong.
Wah!
Please advantage rolls again.
18.
18, nice, nice.
21.
21.
Not as good this time
15.
around. 13.
Nobody's less than a 10 though. Good to go. Good to
Not
go.
this time.
Yeah.
Good.
You are definitely able to tell that it's on the ledge passage, so you don't have to get back in the water. Don't worry about that. Egg is safe. For now anyway. Until that dragon comes out and breathes, and then you have to worry about a cooked egg, which is a totally different problem.
Unless it's
Um,
like a dragon egg and needs to be warmed to hatch. Or maybe an Afriti egg. Maybe that's how they reproduce.
Perhaps it's a phylactery egg. Nope, forget I said that. The bell rings down the passageway from the right. You resist its effects and begin, I imagine, making your way that way. You really do say it every time. Now you can't not say it once you started saying it.
I'm trying to encourage you to stop by saying that, and I'm hoping my negative
I'm never
reinforcement
gonna. I'm
works.
never gonna do
It's a
it.
compulsion now.
It is. It is. And as you begin to travel through this passageway, you notice that things start to change a little bit. The uh, very kind of natural stone kind of begins to become flagged worked stone in kind of a growing amount, you could say. Uh, and then until over time, maybe over the course of like, I don't know, like 10 minutes of travel. So, not a small distance, but not a huge distance. You are now kind of in a kind of completely worked um sort of tunnel, and it's and it's also a decent size. It's maybe like 10 to 12 feet across, and easily 15 to 20 feet high. It's a good sized sort of tunnel, and you begin to notice that there are you can kind of see up ahead of you sort of faint um lights, uh similar to some of the lights that you have seen in the lower reaches, like those kind of old, like magical kind of lights that are here and there. You can see like 30, 40, 50 feet of in front of you, there's one, and they're like little torches um up in front of you, kind of giving off a faint bit of light, and you can see a number of passageways kind of begin to kind of open onto this we could say thoroughfare, this kind of corridor that you are on now. And you can see even further on there are way down there's there's another light easily, it's a ways. It's some distance.
Has anyone heard anything of a Ratman culture down here? I know I have not.
I've only been here 4 days.
I haven't been down here.
I've been in the city for a while. Can I try and make a history check, see if I know of anything about the rat people?
Um
Maybe. If
yeah,
no,
give
no.
me 1 sec. Let me
I mean, if that's an option, do I get to roll history too?
I feel like, yeah, me and Henri
Because
have been here the longest.
my
so
assumption is we had heard nothing, so that's why I was asking for flavor.
yeah, let's do it. Go ahead and please, the two of you make some history roll.
My
Oh, that's actually
total
decent.
is a 20.
20. Okay.
My total is a 16.
16 and a 20.
Oh.
So you have you have both heard more so perhaps than others that there's these there are places uh, kind of this is a place of layers, and there are kind of things that people refer to as the lost cisterns, which are rumored to be somewhere below and deep, running from not lost, since run that perhaps run into the not lost cisterns. um and you have heard that there has been these perhaps ratmen have been known to be found, although they are um kind of rare, as they're not like amenable to normal society. um but
Kind of like sewer gators.
yeah, they don't, yeah, there's not a lot known about them. And they don't, one could say that perhaps they have a sort of, I don't know, to be a colonialist. Perhaps you would say that they have a tribal society, right? They're not like super civilized, right? They're using their technology isn't advanced. They may or may not have a language
But
that
they certainly
anyone
can
would
make
recognize.
mind-bending bells.
Well,
Well,
we know
appears.
that we know they
don't-
exist in some capacity.
They
don't know
probably
that
didn't make these halls.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I don't think the rat men are the ones who did the bell thing. They're a little more feral than
better
like
word.
actual people.
Well,
they're
I mean,
they're
to be fair, the bell could just be
To
down
be
here
fair.
and one of them ran into it and that set it off, because that's what happened to apparently my uncle's expedition party.
Well, it also would seem like they wouldn't have made these halls. Let's
no,
keep
but
going.
yeah, I agree, and I'll keep on fluttering down the tunnel. Flutter, flutter, flutter.
Flutter, flutter, flutter.
Keep on
Me,
keeping on.
Let me
I keep moving on.
hang on, give me 1 quick second here. Nope. That's nope.
Nope. Big nope.
Nope. That's a big nope. It's a big nope. 10-4. I realized that I have a map prepped, but it is not the correct version of that map, and I have to find it in a different folder.
Maybe
This
the real
is
folder was the friends you made along the way.
touche. Touche.
That is not Shay at all.
Uh,
Reshay?
oh, I don't want to do that yet.
Maybe even a whole quattro
We'll
Shay.
stay there for now. We'll stay there for
Shay?
now.
Or sachet?
Cha-cha.
But yeah, so yeah, you oh, I distracted myself. That's annoying. So yeah, so you are in this hallway, not made by Ratman. There are a number of lesser passages that you can see that kind of intersect with this hall. We will say, yeah, I'm gonna do this anyway. You work your way along, certain as you are that many of these passageways. Oh no, it's too fuck me. God damn it, it's too large. All right. Oh no, that's the right one. Oh,
It is in
that's
fact
because
to fuck me.
that's because I did a oh yeah, because I modified it. That's why. That's funny. I forgot I did that. Yes, there is an opening that you kind of come to, and a kind of a large space, we'll say, on the left hand side of this tunnel opens up, and you can see a large kind of cavernous room, not filled with greenery and trees as is in this map. But you do see a number of low stones in a kind of cobbled yard, and a uh, uh, a strangely situated uh like low kind of uh two-story, two stories not really low, sort of roofed building in the middle of this kind of uh room, kind of large cavernous room, uh that has a large tower on one side of it. And as many people may expect such a thing to happen, I would like you to make that save again as a bong bong happens.
Ding
However,
dong.
I would like you not to use advantage. You will make this roll straight up.
I got bad news for you, bro. I got advantage on all wisdom saves. Don't come at me like that.
Except for Henri, because he's a fucking guy.
I am a fucking
14.
guy. It doesn't do me any good. I rolled 2 9s. See what I get for getting cocky?
That's right.
I got an 8.
An 8,
17.
17. And Selma was a
14.
14. All right.
14.
So Henri and Astray, this chapel. I'll just come out and say it. There is a chapel here, a graveyard. You look across into this space and this building, uh, perhaps partially ruined, perhaps a roof is a bit caved in. Uh, a a lone tower on one side of the building. You can see, the two of you can see uh atop this tower is as if with sight beyond sight, um a sort of sickly black purple glow around a large bell. Bong, bong, bong. This sound just radiates, rumbles through the space. Um, and you feel it like attempt to shear away your sanity. Um, and a little bit of it does, uh, to the effect of the Bane effect that we have talked about. Um,
Hey guys, I found the bell.
the other two of you, however, of course, have found that you can see it's not the same feeling for you because you have succeeded on your saving throws.
I am
Um,
not an expert on many things, but this seems unusual. There shouldn't be a church chapel thing in an underground cavern, right?
I mean, what is normal? Really?
Yeah.
Astray wants to go and lay in front of one of the headstones.
What are you doing?
It's like
a
I'm
little
coming
nap.
home.
You know you're
So,
not actually dead, right?
Well,
Well, I gotta get used to how it feels eventually.
That statement would be true of all of us then.
Hey.
I mean, Astray, maybe we can raise you or something at some point when we get stronger.
Let us perhaps focus on just gestures
Yeah.
at the fucking bell.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that thing.
Can I go check out the bell?
yes.
See what's going on with it, if there's maybe a mechanism or if I can like undo a screw and make the whole thing fall down. What's going on with this
That'll
bell?
just bong bong it some more.
Only one more time.
Bong, bong, bong. Let me hear you say, way ho.
Hey-o.
Stray's laying here. Here's Selma. So yeah, you move up, you fly up, Selma, towards this bell. And as you have a you're high, right?
Um,
Remember, the federal
physically,
government is watching this, so
physically,
sure.
I have a 15 perception for
Yes.
passive.
yes, I'm glad that you knew what I was asking.
I was like, I'm also flying, so it could be a couple different things. But yeah, I have a 15 passive insight and 15 passive perception.
Yeah. As as you kind of cover half of this distance, um you something strikes you as not right. Something is off about this bell tower. There's a window, as there usually is into a fucking bell tower, right? And it's dark. There is a little bit of light coming from somewhere in there, because otherwise you can't see anything, and that's no fun. But there's a little bit of light coming from somewhere in there. Perhaps more of this magical light that permeates the city in various places, right? Um, and it casts shadows, and you can see the bell kind of ringing, but you s- you would swear that there was a shadow that was not the bell that moved, perhaps as if it was ringing the bell.
I'll stop and I I'll guess I'll kind of turn my head back to the others and be like,
And that, I think, is a wonderful place for us to say toodaloo.
So long and thanks for all the fish.
So thanks for all the fish. We will take that as our cue, as a great place to stop for the evening. So, everyone who is here, people like the Bleak Season, Maria,
That guy,
Darth
that person,
Bareilish,
that person,
Hermes 4939,
that
Steve!
Theo,
Sophia Fox 21. Thanks for
them.
hanging out. Anna Banana. I wonder if that's somebody that I know.
You know what you did.
No,
I
that's a
think-
bot. I looked at them recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because my wife has a friend whose name is Anna, and since like fucking high school or whatever,
So
Anna
many people
Banana
named
is her
Anna
nickname.
get called Banana.
Yeah,
Anna
right?
Banana.
I
Yeah, there are
know.
a lot of Anna
So,
Bananas.
yeah, well, okay, it's a bot. That's a hello, robot overlord. Thank you for watching.
We salute
we
you.
appreciate it.
We hope you
Let
learned a
us
lot
go-
about our culture.
That's right. Let us go around and have everyone introduce themselves again, and then tell us a little bit about where we can find you on the internet and what you have coming up, what you've got going on. And then we'll finish out with me blurbing about some stuff. So let's go to Allison and Slurpee.
Slurpee boy.
Slurpee.
He was sleeping the whole time. My name's Allison. It's a feral on Twitter. You can catch me here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and over on The Exquisite Corpse Presents on Saturdays, and on some other days in the near-ish future. We've got some
Ooh.
interesting things coming up over there. Keep an eye out. It's going to be a real journey. I'll send it off.
Highway
It might
roads.
even be like a trail.
Yeah, trail of some kind. I would say almost maybe an Oregon trail.
Somebody's
it's gonna
gonna
be-
die of dysentery.
Oh, you.
Oh, I hope so.
An Oregon
That's-
Trail or an Oregon Trail?
It's actually gonna be. I think I'm allowed to say this because there was a casting call put out for it. It was. I'm doing it. Anyway, we're doing Oregon Trail in the style of 10 candles, and no one survives 10.
Oh, that's
Everyone's
amazing.
going to die. Wow,
gonna
that's
be-
brilliant, though.
A lot. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So definitely come check it out once we get going. I'll pass it on off to our dear Key Day.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter, and you can find me on this coming Monday on Superior Ventures Guild for Monday Mayhem. One more of our short shot Castle of Mirrors. Sorry, I'm like, so much information. So that's at 7 p.m. on Monday, and then Tuesday we are doing our session 0 for the Heroes of Greyhawk, and I believe that is at 7:30. So stop on by, see what we're doing.
Hell yeah.
Yellow.
Michael.
Yeah, I am the one they call Michael. I
yeah,
am
I know.
nowhere else. I exist only here, in your mind, in your ears, in your heart. Know that I am with you always, because that's better than what I'm actually doing, which is trying to get through nursing school. If you want to hear unhinged rants about why thiodelamides are just crazy and are melting my brain, or perhaps just weird rants about why certain nursing protocols make no sense, feel free to follow me on Valkyrie Bait at Twitter. Also, I talk about a bunch of other nerdy stuff too, if we're being really honest.
Is that a practice rondel dagger?
It is. things I will be doing this weekend is one of my nerderies is I'm into historical European martial arts, and our local club, which is getting together with another local club, which I didn't know we had, and the MMA fighters group in Pittsburgh here. We are doing our annual tournament called Blood on the River because it's Pittsburgh and there's a lot of rivers. It's a whole thing. I'll be fighting. I will not be in any of the cage matches. We are doing longsword cage matches apparently. No idea how that's going to go, but I'm fascinated to see it. And one of the important things is you can bring a dagger and have it on your person so that when it gets into grappling and instead of doing like the sweaty crotch punches that you get in MMA, we get sweaty dagger stabs sometimes in the crotch. Wear protection, kids.
It's amazing.
Kristen, save us.
Hi, I'm Kristen, your friendly neighborhood emotional support undead. But on any day but Thursday, I'm just a chaos goblin and had the tattoo to prove it. You can find me 5 nights a week most of the time over here. We do have a couple of things on break because of vacations and stuff, but that's exciting too, because in a week, Pat and I get to meet Chad and Ashley in person.
Hooray!
But you can also find me on Saturday nights on Exquisite Course Presents with Allison. And yeah, that's me. So Chad, throw it to you.
It's me, Chad. I'm your DM today. I have been your DM and will continue to be your DM today on Thursdays right here for this game or whatever happens here because this is my day. I own it now. Take that, Matt Mercer. Thursdays are mine. You guys went to every other week. I'm every week. This
We'll
is
stab
my
ya.
day. No, I share it gladly with everyone else. But yeah, you can find me as Real SimG on the Twitterverse. You can find me as North Shore DM on Twitch, or rather, if you see that I am chatting in the chat, it's me as North Shore DM. That's who it is. I have some. There's, yeah.
Words are
Let
hard,
me
y'all.
tell you about things that are coming up here on the channel. Tomorrow is, of course, Summon on Mexteri, the Cyberpunk game. But it's not because it's off this
For the next 2 weeks.
week and next week. Back on the 16th, on Monday, Madness Takes Artena, which is on and not off this week or next week, with special guest player Kat. Kat's going to be on. She's excited. And I know that she's excited because in the notes that I have from her, it says with guest player parentheses ME, but with like 9 E's and an exclamation part. So that's how you know she's excited.
Smee.
And then on Tuesday is some more watercolor wizardry where there'll be some art that happens, followed up by a Misguided Magic, which is Maria's
Fight a
fantastic
tree.
all
A few trees.
fem
I
tree
think we're fighting a
fighting.
tree. Ow, ow,
Yeah.
ow. He's biting me.
You can also see awkward cookie crumbling.
Yes. And
Find
then
out why I
Wednesday
had to say
is
this sentence.
Chaos Curiosity, hosted by who the fuck knows. We'll get back to you on that.
Maybe it'll be all three
Um,
of us and we talk
as a-
about getting to meet in real life.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Well,
It's the day before.
We've got things to talk about. We've got projects that we'll probably leak someday about it. Maybe we'll talk about it on Wednesday. Who knows? It'll be cool. Chad has ideas about things that we'll talk about between then and now. And then it'll be rad. And then we're off. This game will be off next week because as happens, we are having the first annual Guild Con, just people who met on the Superior Adventures Guild are going to get together and play some games right up here in the Northland on the shores of Lake Superior. But not Michael because
to wear a
he's in
hoodie.
nursing school.
He hates
Yeah.
fun now.
I wish I had time for
Uh,
fun.
That's okay.
I have time for getting
Um,
hit with swords, and that's it right now.
We're gonna send you amazing pictures of us having fun without you. There's gonna be barbecue involved, a lot of meat
Drinking,
and
It's
beer
just gonna be me
games.
like,
and role playing. I'm running like a Mad Max game. It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna
Awesome.
run a labyrinth game.
Labyrinth game. Yeah.
I've
I-
got something going on for see what happens in October, but there's some fall programming coming to Exquisite Corpse, and I'm going to be dipping my toes into the DM seat for the first
What?
time.
What?
I am
Yay!
Oh
dipping
my
toes.
oh my,
God.
yes.
Yeah,
You
very
heard it here
excited.
first, folks. Exquisite Corpse presents Allison will be taking you further down the rabbit hole.
That's
which
funny.
is actually additionally terrifying because I'll be I think the second DM on Exquisite Corpse.
Nice.
Because it's been DK the whole time, and I was like, "Can I run this game?" And she
Unless
was like,
John
"Yeah,
runs some birthday games first, he might be
That's true.
second.
that's true."
Nice. That's
And
funny because
actually-
I'm DMing my first game in October on Spirit
God.
Adventurers Guild.
Good luck. Oh, I'm so nervous. I have so
You
I have
guys
so
can
much.
do it. I believe in you.
But anyway, thank you everyone for hanging out with us and watching. Smash that like button, hit the heart button, maybe give a subscription or a follow. Remember, Prime subscriptions cost you nothing beyond the Prime subscription that you pay for normally. And
That's right.
you know,
Get some of your money back from those guys.
yeah,
You deserve to give
Jeff Bezos
that
doesn't
Prime
need that
stuff
shit.
to your favorite streamer. Like you are
Yeah.
wasting money if you don't give that to someone.
Exactly. It's a little easier to use now. It used to be a pain in the ass, but yeah. So anyway, we'll see you on the channel in the next few days. Not tomorrow. We'll see you in 2 weeks right here on Thursday. This is me saying to you, bye.
Bye.
Bye.